Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Today we're going to talk about what is a true 20 and 20 yards, what's the true distances, but also how to find out how your stride or how to be able to measure true yardage in the woods. Okay, everybody is different, and we're going to cover some of that kind of stuff for you here. So I've been shooting at some different distances here. Shooting basically, this group here is basically at anywhere from 20 to 26 yards, which is what I max out at in here. But we're about 26 yards, 20 to 26 yards. And but I thought, you know what, let's take a second and just double check that with my pacing, which is always a good thing to do, because everybody knows that you can pace off yardage like this, right? You know, some people do this, which is kind of pointless because you need 3 12-inch feet, not 2 12-inch feet. So let's show some differences. So I got a tape measure set up here, and it's going out there. Where the orange block is out there is actually 20 yards. My bows where I was just shooting at it about 23. But so if we look at this, let's do this here. Let's try that method, okay? So we're going to go, my foot is backed right up to it, and I wear a size 10 shoe. So, but let's just put a little gap in there like this, okay? And we do this. Let's see how far we get. So let's count them out. Ready? So let's go here. We got 1. Actually, I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know how people do that method. I can't even think about that to even do the math on there. But so what we're going to do is most people are going to stretch out a stride, okay? If I just walk with a size 10 shoe in my stride that I have, let's just walk it and see here where I'm going to think 20. Let's see what 20 yards where that thing is out there. Let's see what we get here, okay? Walking normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That puts me at 44 feet, so that's about 50, almost 15 yards. 45 feet is right there at 15 yards, but I think I'm at 20. This would be 20 paces if you did it this way. I don't do it this way, but if you did. Let's keep going though, but we're at 20, so that's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So a lot of people would think that that's 28 yards, when in reality it's 20 yards. Now, if we stretch that stride out more, this is where it comes into play. And every person is going to be different. You want to know how far you have to stretch. I already know what I need to do. I know how far I have to stretch. But what if we overextend it all the way? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 yards, 18 and a half yards. Okay, so that's a little too short or too long a stride. So we got to find what works for us. I know that my ballpark is like this right here when I'm walking. It's going to be almost all stretched out. Ready? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're right in here, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so that is mine. Okay, you want to figure out what your actual stride distance is, what your ballpark is to give you that reality of that kind of factor. Every person is going to be different. There is no set way for everybody, but find out what yours is, walk it a few times so you actually know, and that way when you're out in the woods, you can actually really gauge that stuff and be pretty legit. Now, you notice that from full stride to that, there's only 1.5 yards difference between 18 and a half to 20 that we were there. But if you try to get that legit, then you're going to be a lot more accurate with it. So we come back into here like this. We know where we're starting at. Back of my heel right there where that 20-yard mark is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, that's what we're looking for. We are trying to find that real number, that real stride, that real pace that's going to give that to you. Once you have that and you do it every once in a while, it's going to become second nature for you out there in the woods to be able to judge that yardage legitimately. You won't need to carry a rangefinder. If you're a compound guy, you'll be able to pace that stuff off if you want to. If you're a compound or crossbow guy, I recommend a rangefinder anyway, because then you don't have to walk all over the woods. But for just everyday purposes, when we're stump shooting, we come out there, we take a shot at a pine cone or something like that, and we wonder how far away it is. We now know our stride that we can walk to that to figure out what the actual real distance is, rather than just a ballpark guess. So something stupid, something little, something easy to play with. But if you have a tape measure like this, or you can use your rangefinder and mark them, you know, and mark off the distances, but just figuring out that stride that's going to be the most functional for you to be able to, you know, predict and be accurate in your counting on where that stuff is. Right there's 45, that's 15 yards right there, kind of thing. Okay, here's where I normally shoot at. That's where you guys watch a lot of my videos, right here at the 18-yard mark. And we got 20 yards here, and I can go all the way back to 25 and not be, or 26 and be not too ridiculously on top of that thing. So where I can stand forward of that enough that it's not going to bother me. So, but it's a real simple, you know, tactic here to be able to do that and use that. And all you need for it is just a simple little measuring tape like this. I've had this one forever. I bought this many years ago, but I don't even know what they are. 20 bucks. Or you could use a regular, you know, regular tape measure and do the same thing and just work it in smaller increments. So, but just a little tip for you, something as simple as this, and being able to know what those true, real yardages are, not just something we ballpark or expect or we guess or things like that. I mean, even, you know, when you get into the, let's look here. So 30 feet. So our 10-yard mark, right here is the 10-yard mark. A lot of people look at this and go, well, that's probably 12 or 15 yards. We're actually only at 10 yards right here, okay? But people think that, they assume it because they did something like this where they went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or they did paces, and that's not legit. You want to know what your real capabilities are, what the real distance is. This is one of the best ways to learn it. Once you get your stride down and you get that stride figured out, you will be able to accurately pace that off anywhere you go with real accuracy. So just a little side tip for you. Thanks for watching.